Hello, Andre Govier here. Today is World Book Day, and today I am also shortlisting and hopefully starting to pick a winner for the person who is going to read my audiobook Living Like Livvy. Please could you listen for the next 5 or 6 minutes to the 4 people reading a passage from Living Like Livvy, and below on the poll please vote A, B, C or D for the person you would like to read the audiobook. As many votes as possible would be appreciated. Thank you very much.
We waited and waited while the staff did x-rays and any other tests they needed to do. After an endless wait, Livvy was returned to the resuscitation room once more. She remained hidden behind the screens. It was now that Alan and I were told we could come and see Livvy. I nervously went behind the screens. There lay my beautiful girl. We were finally allowed to sit with her for a while. The nurse said, "You can have as long as you want." They didn't think what they were saying, because you can't stay there forever, can you? No parent will want to walk out of a room in these circumstances. It's an admission of what happened. I never wanted to leave. How could they say you could stay as long as you want when clearly you can't? I didn't want to leave. But I also knew the other girls were at home and they would be hysterical by now. Those words were making me angry. It is a load of crap because you can't just stay there forever. You have to move at some point. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what was the point.
Livvy looked so peaceful and happy. We brushed her hair before we came in. In a crazy way, Livvy had never looked so beautiful. My faith is very strong, but at this moment, as I saw her lying in pyjamas, my faith was tested. Rett syndrome robs girls of their peace, and they're never still. They're constantly fidgeting and moving. Even when she was sleeping, Livvy would be moving about most of the time. Now she looked different. She didn't look traumatised or upset, just smiling with a beautiful smile. I am so thankful for that. It was as if she was smiling and saying, "Goodbye, Mum. I'm going home. See you soon." This was all I had to hold on to. We'd hugged her when we first came in. I didn't want to leave. I felt I'd failed her. I should have known something was wrong. I could have gone into the room a bit sooner, but I didn't.
Staff had taken Livvy's footprints and also a bit of her hair to give me. It was a nice gesture, but I wasn't up to a conversation about that. Brenda took these and looked after them for me. I felt like taking these at this moment was acknowledging she had gone, and I wasn't ready for that. I just wanted someone to come and tell me it had been a mistake. I don't remember how long I'd stayed. It was a long time. I think it was less than 3 hours. I never wanted to leave. As time passed, I noticed the hospital was getting louder and louder. Normal everyday activity was continuing, just the other side of these screens. And I almost felt as if I was an inconvenience. "Stay as long as you need," kept going through my mind. I held Livvy again and saw changes. Her colour was a little pale, and the warm skin I remembered when I touched her in the bedroom was now icy cold.
She was totally cold. It was just starting to sink in, as her cooling made me feel her soul had now left her body, and she was at peace in a better place. The time was coming, and I wrestled with 2 emotions. Part of me hoped that the noise in the hospital might wake her up, while in reality, I knew that when I left her, I would be leaving her forever. I was never going to get her back. I got up to leave, battling with these two emotions, and can only remember falling to the floor, begging the nurses to help. Nothing was real. I was not ready. I sat longer and saw the changes and the warmth leave. I started to think about my other girls, Kennedy, Eden, and Brody, worrying at home. It was now I decided the time was right. If Livvy had been able to talk, she would have been telling me to go home and see her sisters. After we had both given her a slow, cold, last kiss, we quietly left her to rest in peace.